Good morning students. Let us see the factors affecting on absorption of gases and solids. So it is going to have nature of the gas or adsorbent. The first factor is surface. Areas of the adsorbent. As you know, adsorbent is nothing but what here, which is going to occur on the surface area. We call it as surface adsorbent. So surface area of the adsorbent. So generally this is a surface. If surface area is more, the whatever gases, solids, liquids we are placing on the surface, it will be also more. So means what happens here? Different absorb areas will absorb the different gases. So here, whenever the surface area is different, so means what? If it is more, we can say simply surface area is directly proportional to adsorption. Why? Because if surface area increases, automatically adsorption also increases. So here gases like H2, N2, CO, NH3, SO2, these mainly adsorbed on the surfaces of the transition metals like NiCO, PT and PD. Okay, so here whenever the adsorption means what here, how much greater the surface area, greater will be the adsorption. So this is the reason why the metals and solids adsorb to a more area. So here let us take last surface area, means for example how much gas it is absorbing, that is X by M we can take. So X by M increases with increase in the surface of the adsorbent here, means which is exposed into gas. So gases like what here? Gases like H2, N2, CO, NH3, SO2. Okay, so gases like H2, N2, CO, NH3, SO2. So what happens here? Are adsorbed on the surface of transition metals like nickel, cobalt, platinum and palladium. So means what here? Gases are adsorbing on the solids. Okay, so whenever the X by M is nothing but here amount of gas adsorbed. If X by M increases, then surface area also increases here, means at a given temperature, at any temperature when you take, okay, so if you are taking any temperature, how much greater the surface area, that much greater will be the large adsorption will happen. So for this, mainly materials whatever we are taking, nickel, platinum, this mainly means here heterogeneous catalytic reactions will happen based on this process. So these solids what we are taking as a solids, these solids what happens, this will occupy large surface area. So means what here, if the surface area is increasing on the adsorbent, so it will be better adsorbent we can say. Why? Because it is activating the adsorbent. For many solvents, solids activation is due to the heating only. So either in vacuum or in the presence of inert gas to high temperature, For many solids, the activation is achieved. But coming to here, what happens here? No need like that. At any given temperature, the surface area increases, adsorption increases. So surface area increases means what happens? Automatically adsorbent of the gas also increases. So this is about the first factor. Coming to next factor, nature of the adsorbate. Which is a gas. So starting adsorbent means what? Solids. Solids means what? Adsorbent and gases. Now what we are taking? So generally there will be gases will be liquefied. So how it will happen? Gases will become as a liquid. So we are going to have dilute solutions. In that Andrews isotome is going to have solutions topic. So whenever it is readily easily which can liquefy gases are H2, O2, N2. So these are not readily liquefied. So there are some gases which are easily liquefied. Means what? The gases are changed into liquid, we call it as liquefied. That gases like SO2, NH3, HCl, CO2. These are easily liquefied and also these are absorbed easily. But coming to H2, O2, N2, they are not readily liquefied because they are difficulty to absorb. So here, for example, if you are taking 1 gram of an activated charcoal, so what happens? It absorbs 400 ml of SO2 at a temperature 430. So in the same way, 20 ml of CH4, 5 ml of H2, like this only. So means what here? Whenever the temperature we are taking is directly linked to where? Liquefaction of the nature of the gas. So how much higher the critical temperature, that much easy will be the gas liquefaction. So by this what we can say means here the extent of adsorption will be greater as we have seen in the examples. So let us see here gases like SO2, NH3, HCl and CO2. These are what happens? Easily liquefied and adsorbed. Coming to gases like H2, O2 and 2 are not easily liquefied. Why? Because this is based upon the critical temperature. So the critical temperature of a gas is directly related to what? Is directly proportional to liquefaction of gas. Okay, so this is about the nature of the gas. Means what? Based upon the gases like so whenever we are taking activated charcoal, for example, if you are taking activated charcoal as a solid, so there are some gases like SO2, CH4, H2. So means what happens? Whenever it will absorb, so it is going to liquefy. So our next factor is pressure. What is our next factor? Pressure of the adsorbate gas. Pressure of the adsorbate gas. Okay. So means what here? Pressure of the adsorbent means, So whenever we are taking, so I have told you that whenever the adsorption of a gas on a solid surface changes, so it depends mainly on whether the adsorption is physioption or chemioption, or we can say the pressure of the gas at equilibrium state. So according to Le-Chatelier principle, what we can say, the equilibrium state, whatever it is getting, it is shifted to where the stress is, whenever the stress is releasing, it is shifted to there, the equilibrium shape. So in the same way, pressure also here, so whenever it is decreasing, so the increased pressure will changes to decreased pressure. So means what, in the case of physioption, the gas forms a monolayer at low pressure and multiple layer at high pressure. But when we increase in pressure of the gas, there will be increase in the adsorption. So in the process of physical adsorption, we can say that there will be simple relation of the pressure. So here in chemiadsorption, the relation is complex, we can say, means based on physioadsorption, chemical adsorption, we can say about the pressure. So I have told you that in physical adsorption one difference. What is the difference here? If you have seen in the previous class, so when pressure increases, automatically physical adsorption increases. Coming to here, when chemiadsorption decreases, physioadsorption increases. So means here what happening means, monolayer at low pressure and multiple layer at high pressure is presenting as a physioadsorption. So these two are having, mainly pressure is going to have, so different, means we can say here low temperature favors physical adsorption, high temperature favors chemical adsorption. So when temperature increases, automatically what happens, rate of physical adsorption decreases. So in chemical adsorption decreases. So here we are having two isotherms, that is adsorption isotherm. So what is adsorption isotherm here? Adsorption isotherm is nothing but there is a graph drawn between the weight of the gas and temperature at constant pressure, we can say. So here we are having isobars, means at constant temperature what happens, increase of pressure of a gas leads to increase of the physical adsorption. So adsorption isotherm is nothing but here, whenever a graph is drawn, so isotherm is at same temperature, the different types of adsorptions are drawn, that one we call it as adsorption isotherm. So we are having two types, that is Freundlich adsorption isotherm, another one is Langmuir adsorption isotherm. So Freundlich adsorption isotherm is nothing but here the amount of gas adsorbed by unit mass of adsorbent, means here X by M is related to equilibrium, is related to the equilibrium pressure of the gas. Equilibrium pressure of the gas at any temperature is Freundlich Adsorption isoterm. So means what here? Whatever gas we have been taking. For example, if you are taking X by M. So X is nothing but what? How much amount of the gas absorbed? Mass is nothing but mass of the adsorbent. So amount of the gas absorbed by unit mass of adsorbent. This amount of gas absorbed is X. M is nothing but mass of the adsorbent is related to the equilibrium pressure of the gas at any temperature. We can say that is Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So generally X by M is directly proportional to P. So X by M is equals to K into P 1 by N. So here where K is nothing but adsorption constant K and N, P is nothing but here adsorption equilibrium pressure. So when you apply log to the both sides, you are going to get log X by M is equals to log K plus 1 by N into log P. So this is the relation we are getting. So when we draw the graph here according to adsorption isotherm, okay. So here generally the Freundlich adsorption isotherm, here pressure P, okay. When you take on x-axis pressure T and X by M on y-axis, so without considering log, you are getting a graph like this. So it is increasing. So this point we call it as PS. This is nothing but saturation point. Okay. So here whenever if you consider log, you are going to get straight line with log intercept log K, slope is equals to 1 by N, log P here, and this is log X by M on y-axis. So without considering log, we are getting the graph like this. With considering the log, we are getting the graph like this. So this is about Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Next one we are having Langmuir adsorption isotherm. So Langmuir adsorption isotherm is nothing but what here? So this is mainly used for physical adsorption only. So here whenever we are increasing surface area, automatically what happens? Automatically this is mainly Freundlich adsorption is used for physical adsorption. So means what here? There will be equilibrium we are having. When you consider concentration also, we can take in the place of pressure concentration. Surface area increases, increase of extent of adsorption. If temperature increases, it decreases the adsorption. Okay, so means what happening here? The charcoal absorbs acetic acid. For example, if you are taking charcoal, it absorbs acetic acid from its solution in water. So in the same way, this one going to happen. So physical adsorption, Freundlich adsorption isotherm is nothing, mainly depends upon the physical adsorption. And coming to Langmuir, it take place in chemical adsorption. So here Langmuir generally they will be having some postulates. The first postulate we can say here, a solid surface. A solid surface is considered homogeneous. Homogeneous means which is in same phase. Okay, but it contains a fixed number of adsorption sites on the surface of it. Means, but actually what happens? It contains fixed number of adsorption on the surface. Means what is the meaning of this point meaning? So if you are taking this surface, the absorption is the molecules what you are reading, it is the surface of the molecules. So it is absorbing the surface of the there will be fixed number of absorption on the surface. Okay, so each such site absorbs a, means each site absorbs a single molecule. This means that absorption is a monomolecular layer, we can say it. So means what happening here, each site absorbs a single molecule. So single molecule, so this means we can say it is a mono layer, which is known as chemiabsorption, we can say. So at equilibrium process, what happens, rate of evaporation is equals to the rate of condensation. So absorption is considered as a here equilibrium process. So automatically what happens means, at equilibrium, rate of evaporation means, or we can say vaporization, which can escape molecules, is equals to rate of condensation at any given temperature. Okay, so here the rate of evaporation is directly proportional to area of the surface covered, means area of the surface covered by absorbed gas. So means what here, rate of evaporation is directly proportional to area of the surface covered by the absorbed gas. Means what happens here, rate is directly proportional to theta, we can say. Okay, so where it is equals to k into theta, k1 into theta we can take. If suppose coming to rate of condensation is proportional to what here, rate of condensation is proportional to uncovered area. Means what we can say, R is directly proportional to here P into 1 minus theta. So at equilibrium, what I have told you, at equilibrium rate of evaporation is equals to rate of theta. So R is equals to, we can write here K2 into 1 minus theta. So K1 into theta is equals to K2 into 1 minus theta. So by solving theta value, we can take theta we get theta is equals to this is a P. So by solving, we can say as theta, for example, K1 theta minus K2 P into 1 minus theta is equals to 0. If you take theta value common, K1 minus K2 into plus K2 P we are getting is equals to 0. So if you want theta value, means we are getting here, this is a wrong step, wait. So here we are going to get K2 by K1 into P one minus theta we are having. So here theta we need K2 by K1 into P divided by 1 plus K2 by K1 into P. So here if K2 by K1 you take it as a B, then you will be getting equation theta is equals to BP by 1 plus BP, where B indicates K2 by K1. So as we know, x by m is the, where theta is referred as x by m. So x by m is equals to, we can say, K into BP by 1 plus BP. So why? Because x by m is directly proportional to theta. So we can write x by m is equals to k theta. So as we know theta value this one, so we are substituting this is a value. So means what? Here amount of gas absorbed by unit area of the surface. So by this we can, this k is taken as x by m is equals to AP by 1 plus BP we can say. Why? Because here already constant is there. So this is about the Langmuir adsorption isotherm we are going to take. So coming to temperature, how? If in physical adsorption, if adsorption increases, temperature decreases, and coming to chemical adsorption, both will increase. So this is about the factors affecting of adsorption. There are two things, one is physical Langmuir adsorption and chemical adsorption. Friedrich adsorption will take place. What happens here? Friedrich adsorption is going to take place under physical adsorption, and Langmuir adsorption is going to take place under chemical adsorption. Thank you.